Welcome back, new viewers and gamers. We are here for the finale of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, the true arena, not like the regular arena. Because this arena is true. And our first boss is literal deforestation of a purple tree. Alright, let's do ZX. He's super easy. Just stay under him as he's trying to blow you away. And second phase already. Alright, he'll try to suck you up, but this is easy to get around. Try to get in some hits before he can use his thorns. Once the first one disappears, you can drop down. And down he goes. Alright, next is Fatty Puffer EX. And he'll try to roll around. He'll go up onto the ceiling and try to roll you back. And that's second phase. Now you notice I'm trying to keep my distance over here for most of these bosses. I'm trying to minimize contact damage as much as I possibly can. Alright, he's up on the ceiling. Up. Yeah, there we go. Contact damage. And look how much damage Kirby takes from that. Alright, get up before he uses Hydro Pump. It has 80 accuracy, so that's why he missed. Oh my god, dude. Whoever made contact damage can go to hell right now, dude. I hate contact damage. Both when I'm practicing this and when I'm doing it right here, I always suffer from it. Doesn't help that I have limited healing, which makes it very annoying. Alright, next is Mr. Duder EX. He kind of looking like a hot dog. Alright, and just go behind him when he's using the flaming skulls. Skulls are literally on fire. That doesn't look too good. Alright, second phase. Alright, he'll jump up 6 times. That's 5 times, and here's 6. And he'll turn around and try to fist you real hard with the power of fire. Sometimes he'll do 1 blow, other times he'll do 3, like right there. Trying to keep my distance from him. And he'll juggle up Flaming Gordos, I think that was. But he's down, so he didn't get the chance to do that. And Goliath EX. Alright, just get some damage on him. You'll notice he'll take a little less damage during that, because he's kind of breaking the ground. I got a little hammer flip on him. And he's down. And he went Super Saiyan now. Totally don't need more Dragon Ball references right here. Alright, just avoid the Spirit Bomb and you're fine. Alright, jump up here, get a little damage on him, get away from him when he does that. Alright, just go down here while he uses Aura Sphere, and he's down. Our next one is the Sphere Doomers. And get him like that. Alright, get away from him there, get under here and do a little damage, and he's down already just like that. Absolutely flawless fight right there. Ow. Yeah, that's rude, Fiery Doomer. Really? God. Alright, he's down. And there goes the Fiery Doomer. Bye-bye. Alright, and this is the ice one. Alright, get away from that. Get away from that. And he'll summon ice shards without priority, might I add. And he'll turn everything upside down. But, that was short-lived. Alright, next is the first set of mid-bosses. Alright, and it's Gigant Edge. He's already at half HP. And he's down, just like that. Alright, whoever's on the right side I'm gonna kill, which is Bonkers EX. And I took a little damage there, but that's alright. I get away from that. And down goes King Doom. Alright, Metal General is next. Alright, he's gonna start off with a sword's dash attack. And he's gonna start laying some mines, which you can easily break. Alright, get away from him when he does the sword slash. You'd think he'd do sword beams, but he doesn't. And he's gonna dash into you again, but this time an electro dash. And second phase just like that. I charge up a flip hammer. The anything goes tier of Kirby abilities, as I've said before. Because this ability is just so good with the amount of damage it does pretty much, and how many multi-hitting attacks it has with iframes. Alright, the rockets will dash at you, just get away from them when they do, when you see them in the background. And he'll be on the last one, every single time. But you can actually do a little bit of damage to him when he's on it. It's just a little hard to target with certain abilities. Alright, float up here, and float down here. And he can't hit you. I feel like there should be a sword beam with that attack, but he doesn't use it. Alright, goodbye, Metal General. Alright, second set of mid-bosses. Alright, and Sir Kibble. Alright, get away from that really fast. Alright, and down goes Sir Kibble EX. Makes you wonder why he's called Kibble anyways. You know, like dog kibble? It just never made sense to me. And Moundo over here, and he's down just like Blocky in Dreamland 3. He crumbles. Get it? Okay. Anyways, Water Galvus is the one I want to get rid of first. Just because I'd say he's the easier one to hit of the two of them. And for some reason, he has more HP. You'd think they'd proportionally have equal amounts of HP, but no, they don't. And down goes the second set of mid-bosses just like that. Next Grand Doomer. Which, it kind of makes me wonder why they have you walk that corridor over and over again. Just no reason for that. Alright, I would normally start off with a hammer flip, but don't do that here because he'll dash into you and that will cause some damage. And he's already lost about a fourth of his HP right there. Alright, and you can get rid of that sphere, that will explode, and he's already in his second phase. Alright, get away from this, so he doesn't actually hit me with that, and dash right into him. And that gets rid of all the spheres, and down he goes. And I'm dancing over here, look at me, I'm dancing. And now the Landias. Pretty much one of the easiest bosses in this mode. And this is the last of the main story bosses. And as you can see here, I'm charging up a hammer flip. While he uses Air Slash, I can do this to him. And this will rapidly get him into the second phase. Now get on to the other side. Dash in there, so you're right under him. And we can charge up another hammer flip as you're in the middle of the screen, and the little baby dragons come over here. Not like Baby Dragon as the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Kind of reminds me of that now that I think about it. Alright, the one with the crown will charge this attack. The first pattern will always be in a rectangle formation. And once it hits the crown one again, they'll come into the center of the screen, which allows you to lay some shots on them when you get behind it. And down they go, just like that, damageless. Doing one of the last bosses in the game, just like that. And now we're with the Megalor's epilogue bosses. Starting with Fiery Puffer. Definitely different to most of the other bosses. I like keeping my distance with those boss, though the hitbox is a little finicky. Trying not to take damage over here, thank you. And thankfully I can still hit him past the flame little fire barrier they got going there. Alright, they will go up into the wall. And thankfully the fire dissipates pretty quickly. And just go on the other side over here. Second phase. Alright, this one will roll into the background. I'd like to go into the middle of the screen, just to scout where he's gonna go. And the background will show where he'll end up on the foreground. And just like that. And he's gonna use a flamethrower attack, so get out of the way quickly. It's quite large. And for some reason, his hitbox just isn't acting right. And thankfully, the fire disappeared real fast. Alright, get those out of the way. Alright, he's gonna go up onto the screen here. I'm gonna go into the other side here, because that's the safest option to do. And he'll crash into the wall. Goodbye, of course. Alright, goodbye. Thankfully, we're about halfway through and I haven't used a single Maximum Tomato yet, so this is good. Alright, Hydrath is next. Because he needed more of a say in Origin. Make him a water type, that's what. That's how you change him up. And he knows a new Dragon Ball technique, Instant Transmission. And of course I get hit. Dude, screw contact damage, man. Whoever made contact damage, you're going to hell. Alright, stand right here because he's going to use Instant Transmission. Because he needed more Dragon Ball references. Alright, he'll teleport. And got him down. And now, he doesn't have water for hair, he's got piss now. Which definitely doesn't look at all good. I get what they're going for over here, but it just doesn't look right. Alright, he does an instant transmission when it comes to that attack. It just bounces all over the place and takes up quite a bit of space. And he does an instant transmission with that attack either. And he'll instant transmission at this last one. And he goes right there. So it's very easy to change patterns when he changes positions. Okay, can you hit him? Why are these hitboxes so off? Like, that should have hit. It doesn't matter. He is down. Alright, next is the Rampaging Doomers. Probably the hardest fight in this entire gauntlet, I'd say. Just because of how finicky these guys are. And they're a little hard to hit because they just move around so much, and they leave around in their wake. Now, I can definitely charge up a hammer flip here, once the health bars show up. And I missed. Doesn't even matter, right? Alright, at least got some of their HP down. That's the thing that matters. And he'll shoot Dark Energy, and I take some damage there. Alright, he'll go upward. Dash into him. And that's our second phase. Alright, and they're gonna dash into you. Just stand right over here. If you need a block for extra safety, go ahead. And I'll float right over here to avoid those. I float up here to avoid those. Perfect. And they'll spawn up a bunch of those, which actually looks really nice. Can't deny that. And they'll dash right there. You can sit right here. Of course I get hit. And I lose my ability. Ain't that fun? Alright, come on, dash into me. Alright, we stand right over here. Not the only place you can stand, but definitely the safest part where they want you to stand. Anyways, only took 2 hits of damage from these guys. Not a bad run with this one. I normally have a lot more trouble with those guys. Anyways, Electricy Duder is next. Always mixing them up. Alright, this man is a little different to Mr. Duder EX. He'll start off by jumping, just get away from him when he does that. And the last jump will emit some shockwaves. Go down here. And just jump around a little bit. Go behind him with the electrified skulls. And he'll go into his hat. You can still lay in some shots on him while he's doing that as well. Which I guess is a little bit of an oversight there. Alright, get some damage on him. The electricity, he's going to go on the side of the screen and start sweeping with electricity. Just use your iframes to get past that. It looks like he doesn't go to the full part of the screen either, so that's even better. And down he goes. Not a single bit of damage taken. Alright, it's Crowned Doomer next. Honestly, I'd say he's easier than Rampaging Doomers, even though his hitbox is smaller than Grand Doomers. Which I guess is part of what makes this fight a bit harder. Alright, those home in on you. Alright, this. After the second hit, float over him, and you can get some damage in on him. And this water attack, probably one of my least favorite attacks he has. Just because the water bubbles take a little bit to get out of there. Alright, get that out of here. So at least I have some space I can go into on this screen. I'm going to float up here. He thankfully doesn't do anything extra with that fire attack. Weirdly enough, the Fire Doomers EX's version of that attack is probably the most varied of it. Alright, float up here, because if you stay on the ground, he'll latch onto you very fast. Until he does that. Alright, good time to get a little damage on him. And now the second phase. Where he breaks the background. Alright, he'll spawn up a bunch of shadow energy. Which direction is they going into? You go into that direction. As they fly in like this, kind of like meteorites. And he'll summon up a bunch of laser beams. There, of course I get hit. It would be really cool if I could dodge these. And I'm gonna have to flatten myself. Hello, Truny Boy, I guess your name is? Yeah, how are you doing today? Alright, whatever, we're almost done with this. Goodbye, Crown Doomer. Truny Boy NL, how are you doing today? Now just sit back and enjoy the show, if you please. Anyways, our next fight is HRD 3. If you didn't already know, this boss was originally going to be in the canceled Kirby game on the GameCube. It's always nice when developers can, you know, bring back scrapped ideas into a future title. I wish developers did that more often, honestly. It's Toonie Boy NL. Okay. Toonie Boy. That's what we'll call you. Alright, just float up here from that laser attack. I'm trying to be as safe as I possibly can here, so I don't have to heal as much after this round. Alright, get those rockets out of here. I can actually get a little damage in on him with this. Not really, I guess I missed him, but who cares. Try not to take contact damage because it's very annoying when that happens. Alright, he's using his laser attack, fly up here, and wait until the explosion is over. Alright, one more hit and he's out of his first phase. And rockets just simply go to the edge of the screen. They really should have done a little bit more with this attack in my opinion, but whatever. They don't have to. And down goes the first phase. Alright, he'll try to flatten you and crush you and whatnot. Alright, and go over here. He'll use his laser attack, which is very easy to dodge. And it's a very good opportunity to get some damage in on him. Which is why this attack is just so cool. Or, more so cool for the player, because this makes it very easy to dodge him. And go to the other side when he does this. He'll try to use the body slam attack, but he'll find that he misses it. And down goes HRD3. Alright, next is the lower Star Cutter. This is also a very easy fight. Especially I have a lot of experience from this from the original on the Wii. And it comes with a much cooler color scheme. Now this is a lot easier in Joy-Con mode than it is in handheld mode in my opinion. Because in handheld mode you can shake the entire system, but since it's not like the Wii remote like the Joy-Cons kinda are, then it just makes this fight a little bit harder than it should be. And to get a little bit of extra damage in on him, he'll try to dash into you, and then he goes into the background using the Zero attack from Dreamland 2 from Dreamland 3. And actually, I like how there's always a fan theory out there that the Dark Matter and Zero species, despite going extinct in Kirby 64 thanks to Kirby and Ribbon, still have their influence felt across the universe through various different bosses. And I got hit by that. I shouldn't have gotten hit by that. Alright, he'll use his Mighty Cyclone attack, or whatever you want to call it, I don't really know, but this attack allows you to get a lot of shots on him too. And down he goes. But yeah, the Dark Matter and Zero species still exist somewhere out there, despite supposedly going extinct, as numerous Kirby bosses and much later titles all reference Dark Matter and Zero in some way. Whether that be through color scheme, certain attacks, eyeballs on their body in some way, all that. Alright, the Magolor fight, this fight is also very easy, with that very awesome color scheme that he has. And notice how the crown kind of moves on its own. Almost like it's alive. It's controlling him, that's what if you don't already know that. And that's the second phase already. And just go into the background, keep running until the black hole disappears. Alright, keep hitting him while he's in the air. Dash away from these. And try to get some shots on him. And fly into the air real quick before he uses Hyper Beam. A Hyper Beam user that doesn't have to rest. That's very dangerous, almost like how Hyper Beam worked back in Generation 1. But anyways, he'll use this fire attack that's super easy to dodge, like a little too easy to dodge. Seriously, it doesn't change anything. Just, why do they have that attack still? They could have done something new with it in this version. But he's gone. Down he goes. Anyways, Toonie Boy and Ill, if you're enjoying the stream thus far, please leave a follow. It helps out the community. And anyways, we got ourselves a super boss. Or a secret boss. I keep saying super boss. Alright, and this is Galactic Knight, the Meta Knight lookalike. He has this is actually not his first show up. He doesn't show up in the main story, he only shows up as a surprise boss in the true arena. And he originated in Kirby Superstar Ultra on the DS, which was originally a remake of Kirby Superstar on the SNES, as the final boss of Meta Nightmare Ultra. A much harder version of Meta Knight, even. And apparently he's the strongest warrior in the galaxy, back when Meta Knight used the Galactic Nova, a machine made by the Ancients that can grant wishes. Where Meta Knight wished to be the strongest warrior in the galaxy, so Galactic Nova summons him from a long and forgotten time where he was sealed away due to his immense power. Immense power that can apparently effortlessly destroy a planet like most Kirby characters, let's be real. Alright, and he uses a sword attack. Just easily get through that. I'd argue this is one of his easier incarnations. He's definitely a lot harder in Superstar Ultra and Planet Robobot, I'd say. But this attack over here is nice and visually stunning, I've always liked it. And down goes the strongest warrior in the galaxy. And now, here's the second tree that we're gonna fight. We're gonna cause some deforestation, everybody. It makes no sense how the Master Crown turns into a tree, but whatever. And he summons apples. I hope you're all hungry, because he got apples. Alright, do some damage to his roots. He'll shoot a laser beam. Just stay in the air while it's doing that. Numerous bosses have an attack like that in this game. Alright, get at least 2 hits in on that. Of course, I take contact damage. Alright, second phase. Well, he'll use this attack right here, which is a nice little reference to Void Termina from Star Allies. Which in itself is a reference to the Master Crown, so that makes sense here. I like that. And just fly into the middle. Perfect. I go over here as he's teleporting his roots in to do some damage to him. And he's going to use 4-leaf clovers against you. I thought trees couldn't have clovers. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of does look like he has 4-leaf clovers in there. Alright, get this big ol' apple out of here. And just 3 hits will do the trick. And this attack right over here is a nice little reference to Sectonia from Triple Deluxe when she summons her own subjects to attack Kirby. Alright, and he's gonna come on down. Just fly up here when he does that. That's how you dodge this attack. He is really fucking massive. Jesus Christ, how did the Master Crown get that big anyways? Alright, this clover attack. You gotta dodge in more ways than one, and they come right back down as well, as you can see from their shadows. Alright, and you'll summon these creatures. And down goes the tree. Deforestation, everybody. Yay! Alright, Maglor's looking a little different right there. His final form. The final battle, and we have one little Mexican tomato as a nice little reward. So why not? Let's munch on it. He is looking a little different there, a little bit more menacing than usual. Alrighty. Here it is. The final battle. Where he'll use 2 hyper beams this time. Holy shit. But this is a good opportunity to get some damage in on him. Nearly got him to half HP from all that. Alright, and now he'll teleport. Now, one thing I noticed during practice while I was practicing this fight off screen, is if you look very closely to the background, that sphere in the background on the ground kind of looks like Void from Star Allies. Like, if you've ever played Star Allies, that looks like Void, or Void Soul specifically. Alright, he'll summon up some spikes into the ground as nice little stage hazards for you to avoid. Dash through these, hit him one more time, dash again. And he'll summon 2 black holes. Just run in between each and every one of them. It's very easy to avoid that one. Alright, get some damage in on him. And he'll conjure up some enemies for you to avoid. Doesn't matter. Down goes his first phase, and now a second phase, where he has no eyeballs. And hey, he gives you a delicious apple that I don't need because I'm at full HP. I'd take a screenshot here, but I already did that when I was practicing this off screen. Alright, he'll use a super version of the Sand ability and the Mecha ability in this phase, which leads me to believe that these were supposed to have super abilities at some point in development, but they didn't. They just added them as normal abilities. Because, fun fact, actually, if you didn't already know, in the original Return to Dreamland on the Wii, there was originally going to be a Super Cutter and a Super Spark ability, but those would have been redundant with Super Sword and Flare Beam, respectively. Alright, yeah, that's kind of hard to dodge. Now, with this part, and that did over nearly a fourth of my HP. That's crazy. But this attack right here, do not get hit by that. That looks absolutely devastating. Alright, just keep circling in on him while he's on the screen. And now he's going to use the Flare Beam ability. One more hit. Alright, perfect. Get in some shots on him. Dash again. Dash right past him. It's just safer to, when he comes in, to not dash into him right there, just so you don't take all that much damage. Alright, he's at half HP. Now this being super ability of the Dragon ability, the Monster Flame, which is how I always wanted this to be in the base game of Extra Mode. Ow! Holy shit. Alright. Give me my ability. Alright, he's gonna flip things around. And he's gonna summon up his Ice Hammer. Alright, just dodge that. Go into the middle there. Ah, frick. Alright, now he's gonna use a sword attack. Which you can actually still hit him while he's using it, so that's pretty nice. And now this right here, he'll slash from both sides. Just use your iframes to dodge it. That should have hit him. Whatever. Alright, he'll flip things back to normal, which makes this a lot easier. And he'll summon all that to attack you. And he'll do it again from both sides. And I just dodged it like that. Alright, he summons spikes from the ground, very easily to dodge. I get on this side, and he'll get those away. And he's using his double Hyper Beam attack again, which I thank him for. Goodbye, and that is the true arena and the finale to my Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe playthrough. However, we are not done. There are some bonus episodes we shall do. Mostly just Mary Magdalene stuff. And some, and doing these with the other characters. Hell, if anybody enjoyed, please leave a follow. It helps out the community. Yep, it looks like the record that I do on screen is my best one, as those other two are from practice. Yep, and that's that. That is Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe right there. If y'all enjoyed this series and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow who are the vids you see on screen right now, and that bell button for more. I'd like to give a special thank you to Toonie Boy NL for joining me today. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, just leave a follow. Have a nice day.